Hey everybody, welcome back to your favorite channel's favorite channel. We are in the era of the Renaissance man, or woman, and Jonathan Bailey is the perfect example of that. If you don't know, a Renaissance man, or woman, is a person who knows a lot of things about a lot of topics, or has many interests and skills that they have gained. The term comes from the Renaissance period, where crazy talented people like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, these people who were painters, sculptors, scientists, inventors, astronomers, and a ton of other things. And they were good at all of those things. Granted, a lot of things that they studied were still in the early stages during that time, but you gotta give them credit. Send me back there right now. I can invent a plane like that. For a long time, society has moved away from this well-rounded educational idea in favor of a more specialized approach to very specific skill sets in one key area. An architect is a master of their craft, but they don't know anything about brain surgery. And in a lot of cases, I think that's good. If I was having brain surgery, I would want that to be my doctor's thing that they do, not a side hobby, you know? But when it comes to art, I think specializing can actually be kind of limiting. If you're just an actor or just a writer, you're boxing yourself into the number of opportunities you're opening yourself up to. However, in the last 10 years or so, we are seeing a big shift in artists being more well-rounded in all of the things that they do. Billie Eilish and Phineas are both super passionate about discussing their music production just as much as the music itself, and their skill sets as producers make their music more memorable and special. In the musical theater world, we're getting a lot of shows where the lead actor or actress is asked to play an instrument throughout the show because the writer of the show plays that instrument. Dave Malloy wrote The Great Comet of 1812 with the lead character Pierre playing accordion because Dave Malloy plays accordion. Anais Mitchell wrote Hadestown with Orpheus playing guitar because she plays guitar. That means to play these roles on Broadway, not only do you need to be a top-tier actor, vocalist, dancer in some cases, but also an instrumentalist. Notice I said instrumentalist, not musician, because singers are musicians. Don't let instrumentalists put you down, singers. These qualifications severely limit the people who are actually qualified for those roles. But at the same time, it showcases a really unique combination of creative skills, which I think is really cool. Okay, time to talk about Jonathan Bailey. A few weeks ago, Jurassic World Rebirth hit the theaters, and there was a lot of buzz about Jonathan Bailey in the movie. Many theater goers still had Wicked fresh in their minds, so they were more than ready to see Jonathan Bailey on the big screen again. I know I was, especially with those slutty little glasses. But something less talked about is his involvement with the score of the movie. If you didn't know, Jonathan Bailey plays the clarinet. Don't feel bad, I didn't know either. Until coming across this classical FM article. Apparently, while in London performing a different role, Jonathan Bailey would visit Abbey Road Studios where a 105-person orchestra was recording the score for Jurassic World.
Yeah, and you got to showcase your clarinet talent alongside the orchestra for the score in this movie. What was that like?
That was the highlight of my career. I'm obsessed with film scores and have been growing up, and including Alexandre Desplat. I mean, I just wanted to go to Abbey Road and to watch this 105-piece world-class orchestra play his score and the John Williams score.
He joked that he wanted to bring his clarinet one day and just sit in the back to play along with the musicians. And they let him. There happened to be a few clarinet solos in the score, and Jonathan Bailey ended up playing his character's theme in the final production.
I was doing a play at the time, and as the week sort of went on, I was like, oh, I could maybe bring my clarinet, and I just want to sit at the back and play along to John Williams' score. And I got there, and Alexander was like, stay, and then another solo came up, and I ended up playing the solo of the theme of my own character in a Jurassic Park film, which blew my mind. And the clarinet John and Karis, who were the clarinetists who let me hijack their solo, was so lovely. They were like clarinet whisperers.
That is so crazy. Bailey said it was one of the highlights of his career, and he was very thankful to the other musicians for letting him steal their parts. I love this for a lot of reasons. Did Jonathan Bailey ever think his clarinet skills would come into play during his acting career? Probably not. But they did. He was able to have this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because of a passion he had when he was younger that he kept up with. At least enough to play on the soundtrack.
Will we see more of that from you?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? I'll be playing my own theme tunes from now onwards.
So on top of acting, singing, dancing, Jonathan Bailey is now a credited clarinet soloist. I'm someone who struggles with balancing so many different interests, and this is incredibly motivating to me. But what do you think? Did you know about Jonathan Bailey's clarinet skills before this video? Who is another example of a Renaissance man, or woman, or they/them, who is popular in media today? Let me know in the comments. In honor of Jonathan Bailey's solo in Jurassic World, I wrote all the music you heard throughout this video, and most of my videos. That's sort of what I do. So please like this video. It took longer than it should have. Subscribe for more media analysis content, and I'll see you in the next one.